Hello YouTube, welcome to Hackmed Gaming. I am Hackmed. We are here with some auto ore. Gonna do our typical roll here and get all of our spins out of the way and hope that we finally get something that we can start building the plant with. Because if not, I might have to start changing our rules a little bit. All right, let's get our daily debuff for the day. What we're gonna get stuck with or without. Oh, perfect. Roll twice, use both. All right. Even though last time we did this, didn't we get 2 nothings back to back? I feel like. Okay, so we have no fuel today. Luckily, we just filled up our excavator last episode. But that'll be rough with us trying to get supplies up to the thing. All right, and market crash. So everything I want to buy is doubled. And we'll do that just by buying 2 things and putting one in that little conveyor belt. All right, so no fuel, and if I want to buy anything, it's doubled. All righty then. Let's see what 2 conveyor pieces, if any, we're gonna get. Open. And I need to write this stuff down as I'm doing it, just to try to remember. All right, so we got right pieces. Perfect, just what I wanted. Come on, Hopper. Come on, Hopper. And we got an up. 8 by 4. Well, eventually we'll be able to start building something and, you know, have it set up so when we finally get a hopper. All right. And what piece of equipment are we going to unlock for our system? Either one of those will be fine with me. All right, so we've got our first piece of equipment that is useful to us. Just missing the one key item to get everything going inside of it. Oh, man. All right. Our power, I'm already good with what we have. Like, our power at the moment is fine. So anything else, power input. Actually, we did need a power input. So what's that? 3 times. Okay. That there. Now we have. I forgot we didn't have a power input, so we had no way to actually get everything to move. So everything else from here is okay. I unlocked that episode, last episode. Why did it not remove it or keep it removed? Almost like it's not saving because we already have the pylon for 600 kilowatts too. All right. Well, after I'm done recording all this, I'm gonna have to go through and look at it because we don't need. And that one I didn't remove, but I'm gonna have to go through it. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, see the dump deck's on there too. Dump deck, offset left. Okay. So they're not saving when I'm doing this inside of OBS. That's an issue because that means our odds of getting what we want are getting worse and worse. I'm gonna have to look at that after this episode. And then our last one roll. Let's see, we have EX. Yeah, see, everything's getting added back into it. Like that we unlocked last time. So pretty sure this is new. EWC 200D0 swing. Gonna guess something I'm not gonna be using, but it's all right. We have it. I'll remove it, not like it matters. And let's get in and get some stuff done today. Hopefully. First and foremost, what fuel do we have? So I can still come here and sell, so that's great. I'm just gonna have to make my trips count if I go anywhere. All right, so we're gonna try to refrain from buying anything. Supplies are short here at town, and supply and demand kicked in apparently. But yeah, like you know, there's 10 items on there, and I roll a 10% chance. But if they're not removing after I've already got 5 items, well, my chances are changing, and my odds of getting what I need is way downhill. Like I said, oh god, like I said, I'll look at that. I'll get that adjusted, and next episode we'll be able to hopefully roll with way better odds in our favor. All right, so in the time being, we have, what do we have here? We have our iron being smelted. Let's go take a look here. Make sure we got this going. We decided to get fuel, get that start being made just in case we go that route. Never gonna hurt to have fuel built up for our production. Started digging over there along the edge so we can start unlocking some stuff that'll be helpful to us. Right now, I guess we have to come up here first. Nothing's being helpful. All right, let's barrel started. Really need that hopper. I think we're just gonna, let's just cancel all that. Restart that 422. So that'll be what, 211 barrels of fuel. I don't know how much they take, how far that's gonna get us, but we'll keep digging at it and going. So we talked about somewhat abandoning the pit for now, and moving up and digging out the 2 areas that we have found so far filled with iron and lithium. What else did we find? Lithium, iron. I felt like there was something else, but getting to that and use that to supply our site with barrel or iron for barrels and fuel, and selling the lithium and aluminum. I think it was the other one we found, to get the money going to actually get down here and do some digging worthwhile. So think we think we're going to take this. Let's haul this up. Let's haul this up to the site. I think we'll have enough money here, especially once we sell some more stuff and the lithium and whatnot goes through, to get us the loader. We can bring the loader down here, and I think we'll go, once we get the loader, go over by the plant and start getting the dirt leveled out. We'll come here, we'll, you know, start scooping this top layer off, getting as much as we can, loading in the truck, and letting the truck empty it out over there. I should probably go to high there. That way we can, you know, start getting that ready. At some point, we're going to get a couple pieces, and we're going to be able to start throwing stuff together. First and foremost, obviously money, which, you know, we're at 70,000. I don't think we're doing too bad for not even running a plant of any sort yet. But we want to try to take this opportunity, I think, to get the stuff prepped that we need. Get this area over here, get it leveled, flattened, smoothed out, all that, or at least have it ready so when we finally get a roller, we can roll that out and have that set up to go to the plant. We still have to dig out underneath the little drop area for the hoppers at some point when we finally get hoppers. So we need to have those. We need to dig that out still, which will probably end up just taking either the loader or this into it and digging it out with that. I could go do it by hand, but no. All right. We're going to get this guy up here. We're going to take him to the first one that we've started to hand dig. I don't think we're going to dig yet because we have nowhere to. I said if we had a hopper, we could just do a hopper to a storage and be fine. Even though now we have the sluice box, right? Yeah, so that could, you know, be very helpful. Definitely a slow start, right? Definitely a slow start, but we're gonna hit it up pretty quick with, I think, just the hopper. Yeah, I think just the hopper to get stuff going. Not to have our plant and not have our plant how we want it and stuff like that, but at least to get the product out of the ground into a tangible state that I can carry without hand mining, because, you know, that's a long process. So we'll take this up here, probably hand mine a little bit, because we still need a little bit more money to buy the loader. As long as I don't have to buy anything from the general store, I'll be good. Vehicles aren't double priced. It's just like the items in the general store. I don't know if I'd ever put vehicles double priced. It's not buying items for an episode, that's fine. But if we have money and we need to get equipment, not buying that for an episode, like I said, just kind of slows stuff way down. Hopefully I left enough room. I'll make it work. I'll be able to get around there and dig that out. But yeah, I can bring this here. Once we're ready, dig that out, and then figure out where the other spot was. I know it was on our way to town, so it's somewhere over there. Might be like right there, actually. And we're going to have to check all these spots. We're going to have to check all that. How would you guys feel about if they removed the dark spots? Obviously, we want better drills and stuff. How would you guys feel about that? Let's get out and let's smooth this out a little bit here. Let's drive right up in here. Or at least if it wasn't hard to have an option to remove it. That should work. All right, so we got you moved. Let's look at this. Just okay, that's coal. Which means it's probably coal all the way over here, right? Yep. But we definitely have to do some checking on these spots. Like there's a little strip of some more, like having it up there so I can see what is increasing. That's lithium. And gold, apparently. Unless that was there, I don't remember it being there. Yeah, so we just need the hopper to start getting stuff in hand. Then we need the roller to start getting to the next tier so we can get a a dozer. Yeah, I think we'll just hand mine some of this lithium right now so we can take it to be smelted. And a roller would be extremely useful, obviously. Just so much to smooth from here to the coal plant, from here to the town. Whole ramp and road to the plant. Just a whole bunch of things that a roller would really help us out with. And now we're done with the lithium. It looks like I'm just getting iron down there. Like, is it that? Is it just a little lighter? I mean, no. That's just dirt. I don't really see the difference in the like lithium and the iron, I guess, unless it is the lighter stuff and it just was still giving me iron. Maybe that was it. I just got gold. I don't know what I'm getting now. Oh, aluminum. Okay. Yeah, I can't really tell. I can't tell what's aluminum, what's lithium, or what's iron in here. I'm not sure. It might just be me. But as long as we're getting it, let's get it. Okay, so that was all a bunch of gold. Still a bunch of gold. Aluminum's just kind of mixed in. I feel like the gold's just like a chance, right? Just a chance to get it from hitting any of this, maybe, but I definitely don't see anything that resembles gold in here that is getting hit. I think did this not just hit main branch already? The conveyors and stuff? Thought that's what I read last Friday. If so, I mean, it must be relatively bug free. I haven't played a whole lot with it yet because I'm putting them into this episode and I'm just not there yet. Nice thing is though, here we are going to start be able to, once we get probably the loader, then we'll be able to start, buying pieces as we can and start build them up and get ready and slowly start building our plant. Not moving. I'm getting nothing but gold right now. You know, we can get the generator up there, get the pylons up, get cables run, you know, over to that area. So we can get some stuff done. What's your guys' thought? How have you guys been liking the new conveyors and the new production overhaul, so to speak? Been enjoying it? Or did you like the old way better? So it kind of looks like the aluminum maybe is a little darker than iron. So the iron's that light spot, it feels like. But then lithium. Then now it's lithium, not aluminum. I don't know. I don't know, but we're gonna just mine it all up anyway. We'll go back, get the smelter going on it. We'll put the iron to the end. Of course, we're gonna go buy the loader and have half a tank of fuel. So not looking super forward to that. All right. I'm hoping we find this somewhere in our mine too. Like once we get a little lower. I hope. If not, we may have a really bad situation over there. All right, we'll call that good for now. You're there. Let's head back. Let's get this stuff going. Got money to make. Money to make. Vehicle to buy. Yeah, we can go get our loader. Come down here and start trying to scoop away and fill this up here a little bit. But just go right over there where we were and just keep taking off that top level of dirt. All right, stop all that. Let's get, what do we have the least amount of? Gold. Let's get gold done. Then lithium. Then aluminum. And then back to the iron. Yep. Last time we also marked off kind of the plan for the whole pit, even though it is definitely a eyes are bigger than my stomach kind of situation. I mean, it's all, we can't even see the pylons over there, all like down there and then, you know, back around. So definitely be a big bite to chew, I think, but I think we'll be able to handle it. Like I said, especially if I do what I did last time and do an episode or two of just me digging, no talking, just put some music on and dig away for an episode. Some people like just to watch that and relax with it, and that's cool. So I'll throw it out there, and then the next episode we'll be able to take over and keep doing more stuff. All right, man. I don't remember what we need. 79,000. Oh no, we only need 46,000. What are we waiting for? I don't know why I was thinking 30 or 79,000 for some reason. We're going to run back, so we ain't got to have two vehicles, and we're going to take our shovel and beat the ground as we go. Because the hope of us getting a loader is getting like slimmer and slimmer, even though it should be getting better odds. I should have known better when I decided to do any kind of luck-based RNG, because like I said, that's not my forte. I don't get lucky with that kind of stuff. Or if I do get lucky, it's great, but not on the right things. You know, one episode I rolled double nothings. All right. Man, long run. My arms are going to be exhausted. Mashing my shovel on the ground the whole time. This is the other spot here. Can I see my... I don't know if that's it over there or not. Okay. This will be the other spot we come to when we're done over there. We'll just have to fill that back in at some point, right? I can't just leave a giant hole sitting there. But depending on how it goes, I wouldn't be surprised if the mine had to move. We'll see. We know we got pay dirt under our what, 20 feet of topsoil, so. And then figure this out. We still got to look at whether we're doing a bridge or just fill this in. It's a lot of filling. Possible. Definitely doable. Just a lot of filling. All right, we don't want you because you're too expensive today. Yeah, truck's still here. Forgot about that. All right. L8000. You know, if we're not really doing a whole lot these last, since we started, we're kind of growing, kind of getting some, we're getting some machines, we're getting some equipment. I better pick that up because I'm going to destroy the pavement. See, just did. So I'd be shocked if that stays pavement, but it is what it is. Gonna have to fix it once I get a paver. That's about the one thing I wish that they would go back to if they're not working on it, is the paver and revamp it a little bit. Like, I don't think any of this equipment should rip it up. I think it should be a little thicker. Nice thing is now when we get a fuel delivery, at least we can fill up both of these vehicles with it. Here, let's just... it'll fill up both of them. So it'll be a little better. $2,000 spent. Come on, buddy. Definitely a long trip. I still wonder. I want to know what's next on the docket. Just a cute little guy, isn't she? Be nice if I kind of make the road with this easily. There it is. All right, so I think I may have seen it from the trees. We're not too far away. It'll be a nice little, just a little trip. I guess I'm just gonna go over there. And we can do some digging. We can run her out of fuel. I mean, also we could. I want to take this mine little hill down anyway, so I could just come here and jump up there, save us some trips with the truck back and forth. I mean, I didn't like the excavators at first, but once I got the hang of them, I really do like them. But I know, I just feel like I can get a lot more dirt. These, obviously, at least right now. I'll be able to load the truck up, roughly three bucket loads, where it's taking me, what, 20 with 15, 20 with the excavator. I mean, obviously that does mean I'm in and out a lot more, so. Don't really want to hit with a shovel and smooth it until I get a lot more up, because I don't want to lose any dirt. Might need to get down here and smooth out some of this area, though, where I'm driving from. Might make it a little easier to get up and down and around over here. It'll be really easy just to hop on the roller, out. But that's not in stock yet at the store, unfortunately. Hopefully they get it soon. All right, do that. Now we'll come up here a little bit just because I'll be driving up here to empty up here. I didn't quite dump it far enough back. It was just getting hard to drive, so. Ain't gonna hurt anything. Drive so much better without the bumps. And we're actually gonna have to take some off of this left side up here too. Same as on the other side. Maybe I just do that now. Instead of driving up and down this hill, why don't I just come up here and get the top set? I mean, realistically, I could also pick up them panels and I could dig out for the hoppers. Might not be a bad idea. Like I said, all this is just prep work to building up our mine. Hitting something here? Let me do the same thing on the other side and we'll just dump it on that side instead. Definitely kind of weird. I know looked like it was scraping dirt off, but it didn't leave like a dirt mark. It's not I went down deep enough for it. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Hand flatten a little bit for now. Get this prepped. Like I said, it's all busy work. It's all stuff that needs to be done. There's some there. And then it'll be nice. It'll feel good. Because right now, like I said, even if we got the hopper today, it'd be nice we could make some money and at least go that route. But we still wouldn't have a plan. We still are not ready for it. We don't have a hole for a drop-off point. We don't have a ramp that gets us up here in a decent manner. So yeah, I like not as upset about not getting the hopper sooner. So far, we've afforded everything we've wanted that we have access to. Fairly easy. I don't think money will end up being, a huge issue in this series. A little bit at the start, maybe. Not even an issue, just, a time crunch, something we have to deal with. Whoa. Kind of feel like I need some right here. I feel like I should be doing that. Starting up here since that's where I decided to move to. Put some dirt down. I'll probably have to shovel it. Shovel it flat. That would be hard. I mean, we may have to remove some of the dirt that we're putting down here once we start actually building our slope and our ramp, but for now I think it'll work. Why did half the dirt go out there? Did I do something wrong there? Just falling off the blade, I guess. Man. I'm not going to get a whole lot done. Damn you. Half tank Phillips. Buy a new vehicle. It should be filled. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I fill these up from them fuel barrels over there? Because the fuel shortage is just referring to, the gas station. I can't buy fuel. If I have fuel here, nothing says I can't fill them up with that. I don't know if you can, though, or not. I've never, like that was the first time I've ever produced anything with that. I think the last season I bought the oil derrick and looked at it and go, okay, yeah, I don't know. But I'm not there yet. And that's where it was. I think it's that. I don't even know if I left on the property the whole time. I think I ended up picking it up when we did like the garage and expansion and all that. I'm gonna have to find out. If so, then that ain't that bad. It ain't that bad at all. And to learn something new. I mean, granted, I'm gonna have to switch over production on it because right now it's all oil. Actually, let me. If I'm gonna go all the way over there, might as well take a stock with us. Switch out some stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I like the other maps with the foliage. I like the looks of it. I do hate having to deal with it and try to get the stuff removed. I would really like a like a lawnmower or weed whacker or something that would remove that you could go through and remove it with. That'd be nice. And depending on how long this series goes, or this season, which could go for a while, and if we get some of the new equipments and stuff, like the big wheel diggers or whatever they're called, I mean, I'll have a nice area to use it on. All right, fuel. Cancel the oil. And we'll bring back the oil. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. I don't know. Let's take a couple minutes. Probably no point in running all the way back over there. Just need one. I don't know how it works. You don't place them on the ground, so I'm not having much hope at this point. Not having much hope at this point, but we will see. There's nowhere here, right? That's just storage there, so I don't think that's doing anything. It didn't let me, not letting me place it. I think, is there anything else? Well, let's see, let's hammer this down while I'm trying to figure it out. Is there any other thing that we can do? I feel like we should. I feel like we should be able to do that. I mean, it does make sense, but I don't feel like I can. God, that sucks. We'll end up having to get some walls and stuff. Some slopes to finish that off, I'm sure. Some of the comments are gonna be like, yeah, you can. You just gotta do that. I'm gonna be like, great. I mean, ideally, I see, you set it on the ground and then, you can hop in and hit refill. But you can't set it on the ground. Here does nothing. And I'll double check. Did I miss anything in here? There's no like fuel spot. Well, I could be wrong, but I don't see a way to do it. So we'll just continue forward with what we doing. I'm hoping something like that gets added, and I assume it's going to. Maybe if I had the fuel tank. Well, see, the fuel tanks don't empty. Nice if they did. Like the fuel tanks. I mean, like, you know, the that you fill up at, or the trucks, the fuel truck, stuff like that. That sucks. I said I thought I had a good idea. I was like, oh, we got away from this. We can loophole this no fuel situation. There. Definitely need a little bit more there. I think if I'm missing something stupid for that. Can't think of anything. What about no? We have a loader. We have a loader. Sure, we're gonna end up taking this down a little bit. Come on, stop. Not what I had in mind, but concept I had. It definitely didn't need a hole like that. Gonna be a lot of work. Fuel empty, it says. Okay, it means we maybe got another scoop or two. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, see if I can just get her up here out of the way a little bit. Hmm. That does kind of stink, because I did just think of that. I'm gonna have to drop this tank down here. And either I have to drive the excavator all the way back to fill it, or I'm gonna have to get a fuel delivery up there for an extra $2,000. Tough life it is. I know this ain't perfect ramp, anything like that. This is just getting like a start of it, getting some dirt spread out where we're going to need it and slash want it. And, you know, stuff like that. Try to take it from there, try to progress ourselves forward in a way. Bad thing is I can't even go up there and mine that stuff. I mean, I could like put it in the black truck, something like that, but I don't know if there's a point to it. Another nice thing about the loader is if we get an excavator breakdown, we can still dig. If we get a loader breakdown, we can still dig. So we kind of got that going for us. The truck breakdown sucks. There's really no way around that one. But we can use the loader to, you know, haul it to the plant or wherever if we need to. Cross it when we get there, but let's see. I'm gonna get this done here a little bit. It's kind of a rough idea. See where we're at. I'm sure we need more dirt in here, but we're definitely getting better. Like up here, actually, probably end up losing some of that. Nice shallow slope is the plan. That is the plan. Hopefully that stuff finishes up for the end of the episode. I didn't really pay attention to how much time it was going to take, but do that and we can get up there and get that sold. So hopefully when next episode, when we unlock the hopper and the roller, we can just go to town and buy it while we're there. All right. I think that's pretty good for now with the hand tool. I do need to. I seen this when we went to take the excavator up. I dropped these little droplets down for, you know, marking the road, but didn't. Another thing we might want to start working on too is getting the road in a better situation going to the coal plant. You might have to find a little bit better. Actually, I don't know why these are here. Why did I put these here? That's our road over there now. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah, we just made this our new road up to here. Like this, we can probably taper that so it's a little less of a slope. Won't be able to do much, I don't think, and then bring it up. Like right now we come up here and it's just so much uphill. Maybe we'll just wait until we get the dozer or the grader or even the loader if we don't get any other ones, and we can deslope that a little bit. That won't be an issue. This one here might be the only tough spot. We'll figure it out. We'll get it one way or the other, right? Ideally, we're not going to take a ton of trips to the coal plant once we start getting a system going. At least it's the plan. We can store it and use it, or we'll be taking it in bigger loads to, you know, the tire plant or wherever. But yeah, if we start not continuously not getting the stuff, I might need to adjust something with the rolling just to I don't know, it's weird. It's not bothering me. I just don't want it to just make the content crappy. Like, oh, another episode, just kind of hand digging and dinking around on the mine site, not really running any dirt, any product. Like I said, that's why I switched to 2 pieces, 2 rolls for like the belts and the stuff that has a ton of stuff, just because I don't want to be there 20 episodes before I can even start doing anything at all. But we're starting to push close to it, aren't we? All right, so that looks pretty decent enough. We had to figure out a power plant too, because I think I'd like to, maybe right there. I want to build a little spot for, the power to come from. And unless they changed it, I really hope they let the power lines be a little bit longer. I feel like you have to do it every 5 feet, and I haven't checked it since a whole lot. But I'm hoping that they let that be a little bit, because I think it'd be cool to have a map where, especially if you up the amount of players, where you can just bring in power, have a power plant off, way off site, and bring power down the road and have to connect people into it, something like that. Might not work. I got that. Give me that. We'll have to shave this here. We can take this dirt and kind of bring this area up here. That'll be the other road that cuts into the, plan on ramping this into the cut too. We have multiple ways in and out. And since we don't really need fuel for anything, unless I'm an idiot and forgot something, or forgot a way to make it work, might as well go get this turned back onto oil for now. I guess, I guess it wouldn't hurt to let the fuel run up. We'll just let that fuel go. Yeah, see, it just says can be used to fuel generators. Doesn't really say anything about. You know what else I'm curious about? Since we're going to be heading to the store. How much does it sell for? Know what you're thinking. Ahmed, you just had a great idea to let the fuel build up so you have a nice little surplus for when we get our plant running. And now you're talking about selling it. But you never know in the time of an emergency when, you might have to sell a little bit of fuel. I know it's a terrible idea because eventually all this iron is going to run out. That I have up here in these 2 spots. And either I'm going to have to go find more, or we're going to have to be on wind. Which I wouldn't mind, but I thought the wind was kind of expensive. As it should be. Then the hope is obviously that we hit iron in our mine at some point. But I feel like between that little node over there that I parked the excavator at and the other one that we found last episode up here, I feel like we should have enough iron power our generator for quite some time. That's also where I got to test it. I got to know, again, if you drop stuff on the ground and pick it up, do you gain product? Do you lose product? it about the same. Because ideally, I don't want to sit there and keep running the plant, you know, especially by myself, where I'm going to dump a load, go all the way down there. Wait, I'd almost rather try to pile it up and then just scoop it into the plant. You know, kind of like you see a lot of them do in, you know, like Gold Rush and stuff like that. I just don't want to, one, do it if I lose a bunch of product, and I don't want to do it if it like duplicates a bunch of product. And I have to find a way to test that. If I lose just a little or gain just a little, I'm fine with that. Just don't want it to be a bunch or double, or I don't want to gain double. I don't want to, you know, lose 50% of the product that I have there. But then I can make a big pile of it and fire up the plant and run it when I want to scoop it in, and then turn off the plant, save on the fuel, which early on could be very useful to us. So yeah, it's not really worth it. $2,600. No, that's worth it though. That's worth it, and that's worth it. We're almost right back where we started. Almost back where we started. This is funny. I wonder why they did take those out of the game, right? I feel like I looked at this last time. Yeah. I wonder why they couldn't have kept it in and like give you the option between the open or the closed. I mean, obviously something, you know, it's picking it up, conveyor straight. I don't know why. I mean, I understand this one might not work because there's not an out on it, I don't think. Hmm. Now this one don't open into anything, but the them two do. I don't know. Not really sure. But yeah. All right, we did nothing this whole episode but dig a little bit of dirt and move it into a different spot. Got ourselves a new loader and got some money for, was it the P63? We got enough for that. Factory, how much is like the sluice box? 7,500. Okay. Conveyors, either one, you know, we'll be close. Dump decks will be nice, but what's the generator? What do we have? We have times 3, so 20. Ooh, geez, that's expensive. Well, if it's all we have, 600. So those are cheap. And we just unlocked what, 800 kilowatt wind. So that's 50,000. And we have the 2,200 and a 1,600 generator. Yeah, I mean, those would be the route to go. That's for sure. And then generator fuel, which is right there. So yeah, so we have all this. Some of the stuff's more on the pricey side. But I mean, we just need one of them too. So I'll go through the wheels, get rid of everything. I said, not sure, 100% sure why they're not staying removed. It should be saving it, but it's not. That way we have better odds of all the stuff we're trying to get here. And then, yeah. So this only takes pay dirt, right? So this don't really help us yet. Whatever. Figure it out later. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Leave a comment below. If you know any of the questions I asked, feel free to let me know. I'd really appreciate it. If not, put a smiley face down there. Anything in the comments, any kind of interaction really helps out. And hit that sub button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Help support the channel. Discord's in the description. Come on in there for whatever, hanging out, talking. Like most Discords, a lot of shy people don't say nothing a whole lot, but there are some that do. And if you are one of the shy ones, say something. Don't matter. Come on, let's play games, or other people want to play games, whatever the case may be. But yeah, thanks a lot. Hope you have a wonderful night, evening, and morning, and hope to catch you next video. Bye.